All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. I am here with my guy, the man, the myth, the legend himself, the newly crowned multi-time flag football champion.
Is that
Wins everywhere
multi?
he goes, man. What can you say? The
I
guys are
try,
winning. My
man.
guy, Daniel, what's going on, man? People
What's
probably
up,
barely
man?
heard that because I was fucking with my mic. I apologize. But
Nah, man, this past weekend it was fun, bro. Man, had some ups, had some downs. Played in rec, comp, and pro in different formats, man. Getting a good dose of all different type of talents from everywhere. It was pretty cool, man. Playing against people on Team USA is never a joke, you know.
I bet.
So yeah, but got Worlds coming up in January. Playoffs for the city is Sunday, so just trying to get ready for that. Tap back in, you know.
Oh shit! Trying to bring home some more. Be the multi. I'm gonna run out of space. The whole podcast is gonna be me saying multi,
Well,
man.
shit,
Damn.
you say that for the city, man. I got 8 city titles already, man. I ain't even talk about that. I don't even, that shit just a cake.
You hear that, people? You hear what he thinks of you, other flag football people?
They know that. Go to the page.
Peons.
KC Metro Flag Football, man. Go check it out for the people who listening and stuff, man. We got some good stuff going on in the city. A lot of good teams. If you want to play, follow the page, hit somebody up, hit me up. I send you the right way.
That's tough. Hey, flag getting bigger and bigger every day, man.
Mm, yeah,
Every
man.
day.
Oh, that's the new thing that just came out, man. We got they just signed a multi-year deal in World, so it's gonna be on the CBS Sports networks. A few of the
Mm-hmm.
formats. So I don't know. You might catch me in pro playing on TV.
Oh shit. I'm weak. Looked at the shit up on not that shit, but yeah, the KC Metro flag football. See if it was some shit on the on YouTube, bro. It's there. Somebody been posting some shit. It was last
Oh
year though.
yeah, yeah. It's something you'll probably catch me on some of those games. Like if you see anything like Smooth or the KC Kings, I'm probably on that video.
That's crazy. It's crazy because the shit get is in the Olympics, like not this year, but the next one.
But yeah, 2028.
It's that's crazy, man. It's crazy. I don't. Is it like? What do you think? I think is it just because football is so fucking massive that's like here's like an offshoot of football that's like very
But
similar,
see the
making
Olympics,
it
so
so
it's
popular.
different. So it's different because we play like they go all the way up to 8 men, 9 men now. So you got 5 men, which is the most common one, which is probably gonna be in team the Olympics, and that's 5v5. It's kind of like basketball. If you real good, like if you got high basketball IQ, you probably could play this too because either it's man or zone, and and things. So I think, and then you got other countries who's real good. Like I played Team Ontario last year in Worlds, and that team is from Canada. Played another Canada team this past week at Nationals, and you got Mexico's team. They just smacked Team USA, the females last year. Japan got a team. Dominican Republic's a female male. So it is big worldwide because it's not like tackle, and you got to take the best of the best out of
Yeah, the
tackling.
I don't want to say it like this, but like the entry to it is so it's so accessible to play flag. You don't
Right,
need shit. You just need to show up somewhere with a ball and flags,
right,
and
and
you can go
then
crazy.
yeah, so I mean, it's just, and then you should see some of those quarterbacks. So it's just like you be thinking
Oh
it'd be
yeah,
like
I've
a
seen
fifty
some.
year old dude, 50-year-old dude with a big beer belly, and nobody can pull his flags, and he just dotting up the whole field at quarterback. Like it's crazy work, bro. Like I advise everybody go like check out some of the Instagrams for the flag people, and then like USA flag. A lot of the people who do the videos and stuff, like it's you'll be very surprised at some of these people. You be like, this dude too big to be out here cooking like
And
that.
go crazy. I seen a little kid. I think it was today or yesterday,
Oh, he
and
hit that dip move. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
bruh, he had the dip move and stepped through two people on dirt in the middle of the dip. It's like, oh, like what the
Yeah,
fuck?
it
You're
get
not supposed to
like
be able to
that.
move like that.
They do, bro. I'm telling you,
Like
go
what the
look up
fuck?
some of these Velt Pablo, the dudes on. Look up Team USA's roster and just go to their Instagram and just see some of the stuff they do. You be like, how do they not tear a groin or a muscle after doing some of that stuff?
I can imagine, bro, because I didn't seen some shit where it's just like, golly. Well, didn't we watch a clip together on here or something where the dude he
Oh
just
yeah.
he's basically just walking on his knees for like 10
Hmm.
yards. It was like, what?
Yeah.
All right, bro. So here, this be a little this is a little silly, but so the ultimate flag player would just be like somebody real fast and real short
Basically,
because
short,
they can
fast
reach
guys
out
get the
and grab your
advantage.
flags, and if they dip, nobody's grabbing it unless you just
Right. The
can touch the
shorter the
ground.
flag is mostly built for unless you a quarterback,
Yeah,
speed guys. Like, and especially don't play four man. I just got done playing four man pro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That is the thing because there's not four men. Four men is way different from five men because it's more open field and it's just four people. So it's just like three receivers and a quarterback, or a center and two receivers, and you can go off of that. That's basically man.
jeez, yeah, just
And
one
they and
on one.
they want these dudes is fast.
I bet. Like it's just one on one,
Like
no nothing. I'm just out here.
I'm like we was up with 13 seconds left, and me and my opposite DB, my boy, we talked about it on the sideline. We was like, "Hey, bro, we know they're gonna go to they fast dude when they need it. It's gonna be a long post." I said, "Do you want to switch it, or do you want to that corner whoever side him? Do you want to over top carry it?" And he was like, "No, don't switch, just carry it. Second and long, 13 seconds left.
Good
It was
luck.
on his side. Dude was like, I kid you not, my dude was like
You
15
said don't
yards
switch
off.
it.
We talked about it. Dude tried to overcarry the man, lost.
Burnt
Game winning
it.
touchdown.
Like, hey, I asked you. I asked you if you wanted to switch it, and look, you thought you was gonna be good. It was gonna be on me. No, nigga, it's on you. Getting toasted.
And
Ugh,
it was a short
crazy.
white dude. Dude was like 5'8", short white, little cocky dude.
That's
Zoom, right down the
hilarious.
field.
Took off. That's crazy, man. Like, it's crazy. Flag really going nuts like that. They had that shit on. What was it on? ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
Like
The
the
kids, the
kids. Yeah,
NFL flag kids thing. Yeah.
that shit.
I played in one of those
Wow.
tournaments last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had it in Kansas City because of the draft. Was that last year or was that two
Mm.
years ago? 2 years
Two
ago.
years ago.
Yeah, they had it here because of the draft. So I played in,
Well, I
lost in the
guess
championship.
technically a actual calendar year ago, but not. It was the draft before this last one.
Right, right.
Yeah, same shit.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
crazy,
so
man. Flag.
flag is there. It's sled. You want to come out, boys? Let me know. I'm in there.
It's getting bigger, man. By the time, look, this is gonna be the fucked up part. You're gonna be old as hell, washed up, probably late 40s, almost
I'm here.
50. That shit gonna be the most popular sport in the fucking world. You're gonna be seeing.
you you think I ain't gonna be a quarterback by then? How much knowledge I got scheming up? I could scheme a
Good
team
point.
up already. I'm just gonna be
Good
like,
point.
hey, just, I'm
Just go
here to
out
be
there
back there
and
dotting.
catch that bitch. Oh, we that shit funny, man. Like, but we got some well, technically, there's professional flags, so I gotta, watch watch my words here. NFL football is around the corner. People, I don't think people quite understand that the first preseason game is August 1st.
Oh, I
That
didn't quite
shit
understand
is
that.
next weekend. Yeah, that
Shit,
shit.
is it? Oh yeah, next Thursday, Friday. 'Cause my birthday Sunday is the
Yeah,
28th.
that's crazy. Yeah, Thursday, August 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I mean, my daughter's birthday is the day before yours.
Oh yeah, yeah, that is right.
You know,
So yeah, yeah. Okay, so birthdays then
August
flat and
1st,
then
man.
football. It is.
Football first, that's crazy though. August 1st, it's already
Oh
here.
yeah, because it's gonna be the Bears and the
Bears Texans.
Texans. Yeah.
Oh man, speaking of Texans, did you see fucking who was it? Derek Stingley punched Dalton Schultz
No, already in those camp fights and shit. No, I didn't see that.
already that fast.
I
I don't.
heard. I heard. Karlaftis smacked Kadarius Tony.
Yeah, he put him on his ass. He did try to like he just threw the shoulder at him and he fucking rolled back and then Kelsey just jumped on him. Let's see, can we find that video here? Let's use that share button because that shit looks not too shabby. Like this. There it goes. Bam. Oh, the sound. Fuck. That shit. Oh, there we go. Bam. Did you see that? Like,
No, I couldn't even see.
damn. How the fuck can we do this? And it won't zoom the video in anymore. Fuck. Yeah, he just fucking full.
Oh damn.
Yeah, he just fucking punched him in his shit. The first time I saw the video, somebody
Oh
was like,
yes.
they said he pushed him. Nah, I mean, he kind of did, but he basically
Yeah.
punched him in the side of his head. Like, he punched him in his fucking helmet, bro. Like, just on the side. Bam! He dropped him, too. That's the crazy part.
Well, he wasn't looking though.
Nah, he wasn't looking all the way. He caught him off guard. But still,
Yeah, because that's the size difference right there, bro.
a huge size difference.
Is that like 6'5" and 6'1", right?
Something like that. And then Travis, the Karloftis shit was
6'3", 5'9".
but
Well,
but
Karlap he about what 6'2".
nah, he's probably 6'4", 6'5", somewhere around there.
He's about Jared, whatever Jared Allen size was. He's around there because Jared Allen. I was like, dang, he got us another Jared Allen.
But it don't matter because Travis Kelce also
Is 6'6".
6'5", yeah, 6'5", 6'6", somewhere around there. And so here, this need to get the okay, yeah. So Kadarius
Defense.
Toney cooking, bam.
I don't even see it.
That was it. Can you see the mouse?
No, no, it's still black.
Oh, I never hit the okay, bam. All right, there we go. So Pat those to the flat. Kadarius Toney catches it, and boop.
That wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't bad at all. But the big thing that everybody was, oh, look what happened is where is he at? You
He's
see this?
injury prone.
You see the mouse? You see this? That white man came running
Yeah,
from he not even I don't even think he was in the play. He just comes running up
energy. I like it.
and starts,
He got to
yeah.
keep that. If I got my DE running from the other side of the field in training camp, he locked in and catching the flats. Yeah, he locked in. I like it.
He started, yeah. He came out of nowhere. It's like, hey
I
man, he
mean,
pushed him all and mushed his helmet and shit.
I like it. Want you,
Ooh,
y'all want some energy
competitiveness.
from your defense like that, don't you? I like to see my DE do that. Come on now, we ain't got too much
Competitive
time.
nature. I think that was a lot more lighthearted than what Derek
Oh yeah, this was actually in
like,
game mode.
yeah.
Like
Derek Stingley just
there's
he came sneaking around and,
right.
like, all right, bro.
He must have said something when they was doing ones or something.
Yeah, he must have been talking crazy. You don't just do that out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you don't just sneak somebody. Like Travis Kelce ran up to him. You could obviously tell he talking to him like,
Right.
don't do that fucking goofy shit, pushes him in the helmet, and they both just walk off or
Yeah, he
and all that
probably
shit.
he know he big dogged him. It wasn't nothing like that. Like
Stingley shit, I don't know if you
thing,
come back from
yeah,
that. You snuck me. Just what the fuck? You just walking away. Ain't no, we not even running the play. Everybody just walking somewhere, and you just come up and wow, knock me down. The whole team probably start fighting. Not a good sign. Not a good sign for your Houston Texans. I'm just assigning you the Texans now.
He's just like my Texans. I'll take them after the Chiefs though. H
That's,
Town, what's up? You know, I was born in Houston, lived there for a couple of years. We good.
but I don't. The Texans worry me a little bit, but that's for another time. Actually, that's for today, and we'll get to that later. But first, let's speaking of some controversy going around. There's a lot of controversial things happening. Brandon Ayuk demanding the trade, but showing up to camp. CeeDee Lamb holding out,
Oh
and
now.
also like just said, fuck y'all. Like, I'm not coming to that shit. Why would I come? He said something where it was like, yeah, why would I do that? That's stupid. Like,
Oh
well,
yeah,
fair.
I'm making $18 million, and why would I come?
Let me see if and then we also have, surprisingly enough, I totally unexpected for me, but Jordan Love holding out. That fucked me up.
That is surprising.
It fucked me up because he just signed a contract. Now he's holding out and wants another extension. Essentially, he just wants a raise. Hey, I'm not going to play on this same
That,
contract I took 2-3 years ago. And no, I need just pay me now. And if they don't, then he could walk or you're going to be paying him 60.
Yeah, I don't think they want to pay him 60. So is that what we jumping into right now? So I can get
Yeah,
into that.
we can jump straight to that.
Yeah, he's not getting 60. So I don't care what
He
the market
wants,
is saying.
I think he wants 56.
No,
Yes.
what are we doing here?
What do you mean?
He had 1.5 good years, one good year maybe. If Brock Purdy ain't got signed, he ain't getting signed because
That
I'm guaranteed you they waiting on him to see what they giving Brock Purdy.
that don't
Because
mean nothing.
and this man done went to two NFC Championship games. Like it do mean something. I
It
don't they
don't. The NFL has put themselves,
if
GMs and agents have put themselves in such a hole that everybody, whoever, it's just next man up is the highest paid
so
now.
so,
It doesn't make
so
sense.
somebody's going so is Green Bay gonna pay him the 60? 56,
You have
my fault.
you have to. You gonna let him walk? Just be ass out on quarterback after next
Yeah, I
year?
mean, I
You got him
mean
in contract, I
that
think, through next year.
that's fine. It's it through next year. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I would try to see. I'm not giving him one this year. Now, if he does what he did this year and take them back to where he did this year, or possibly the NFC Championship, then we could talk about 56. Maybe he's gonna want more, but
You
we
got
could
to
talk
pay him
about like
56. Because what happens if you pay him, you don't pay him this year, you wait till next year. He balls out this year and next year. Now you
no, I'm
go,
saying after this year.
well, even after this year, what happens if
Well,
he,
I'll be okay with him paying him after this year if he balls out because
but,
then I know he's probably be going to be consistently balling out.
but
But I don't know. We
there's a
don't
problem
know
with
this
that
year
though.
that.
If he balls out this year, if you don't pay him now, and let's say he goes crazy, I mean, he led the league in what, like touchdowns. He was top three in basically every quarterback statistic, like at the end of the year, counting
Okay.
statistics, not completion
It,
percentage and
it
all the extra advanced shit, but like yards, touchdowns, interceptions. He was top three basically in everything.
uh,
If you
uh,
wait and he does even better, and then let's say Dak gets a contract with a random team, Pittsburgh or some, some random team, and he gets paid 60 plus million. Now we in a whole new territory. So instead of paying 56, now you didn't let it creep over into the 60 million. The same thing. Just think about CD Lamb. Look what happened with CD Lamb. Y'all could have paid CD Lamb last
last year,
year, and you could have
right?
paid him 20, what, 24, 25 million a year. Now it's like, well, hey, guess what? I'm one of the best receivers in the league,
What
and
they
receivers are making 28 now,
what they should
30.
have did was paid CD last year and then paid
Yes.
Micah this year
And then just let Dak.
and then see where the tables fall with that.
But Jordan Love. So what do you do with Jordan Love? Because the problem with the Packers is they have a young team.
They got a
Everybody on their
young
team
team,
is
so
young.
they still got to get ready to
Got to
like.
pay
It
everybody.
so either you gonna pay him that whatever he wants, and then not have no money to do kind of like what the Bengals are in right now, where they lost Boyd. Chase still got to get paid. Higgins wants
Oh, Jamar Chase is holding out too, by the way. That's another one.
so look. See what happened when that's crazy as hell. I feel like the Chiefs, not to jump on the Chiefs, but for a quick second, they did it the right way.
Yeah. Pay our
Like
guy 10
they
years, 500 million, and we gonna ride.
early. We played it
But
early,
we
and then
also
they
went to a
staggered.
Super Bowl. That's
They
the
all
other one.
yeah, but they also staggered paying people based on when contracts are coming up and
Yeah.
prioritize who is in. Not let everybody fall in at the same
At the
time.
same exact time. And then when that
Uh,
did happen, they made choices.
they
Tyreek, you
yeah,
gotta go. Sneed, you gotta go. Like,
right. But
they
they
just make
offered
the
these
hard
players, but
choice.
they didn't offer them like number
Enough.
one position. They was like, we're going to offer you. This is what we can do. And they was like, no, we want to be one of the highest paid. Okay, well then you're going to have to go somewhere else. So, but it's going to be a hard decision for Green Bay if they pay this man 56, 60, especially with all these young players coming up and they
Bro, this fucking me up. Like, what are the Bengals are like, what are they? They won't pay Higgins, they won't pay Jamar Chase, they didn't want to pay Joe Burrow. Like, what is going on? That is your whole
they
team. They had
they said
Hendricks threatened to
why make
retire if he didn't get
exactly.
a new contract. What is going on over there? They just don't want to pay
uh
anybody. Like,
They said, why pay all this money to come in third place every year? And now we broke.
All
to be
right.
in third place. We locking up all these so-called talents, and we gonna lose
Yeah.
again and again.
You could
It,
be the Panthers. You could be
the
any
Colts.
you could be the Broncos. You could be
You
any
could
of these terrible fucking teams that have been bad for 10 straight years. You could
say,
be one of
or
them.
you could either be the Panthers, the way y'all treating y'all organization and not want to pay people, or you could be the Seahawks, somebody who has a good 10 years. Maybe they ain't win a lot of Super Bowls, but there's always been in contention. Like,
Imagine being Joe Burrow and having to hear that. No, fuck that. Pay everybody. Pay the people that matter. Pay Jamar Chase. T. Higgins is in between, but
mm,
pay me, pay Jamar Chase. That's the whole offense. That
did you
been the
see Joe
offense.
Mixon walk? They didn't want to pay him.
Joe Mixon, like, what is going on over there? They just don't, but they paid Orlando Brown Jr. because he was on the Chiefs. That's crazy, bro. Have you seen anything from the new Giant shit? Like the Hard Knocks? It's off
I
season
ain't
Hard
watching no.
Knocks. So it's like
It's
the Giants, like upper the GM and all the scouts and the coaches and shit. Like,
I seen one clip when they called Saquon.
oh my God, it's embarrassing, bro. They just talk about this shit like if me and you was to sit down and try to figure some of this shit out.
they
It fucked me up because it's like, oh, like, damn, that mean
they
I
don't
could
know
do
either.
that. I could do this shit then. What the fuck?
If I had money, I could own a team. Like I could
Not
be a
even on a
GM.
team. Yeah, hire me to be the GM. I'll sit down and figure some of this same shit out.
Right. All they got to do is watch tape and things like that, and be like, oh, or watch
Biggest
the
difference,
game.
I still don't understand. Like, you have these old, and I hate that I keep doing this, but the old white men, right?
Here we go. Here you go. Go on it. Go on it again.
It ain't gonna be a rant. This ain't a long rant, but it's like you can't even. And I know mostly the GMs and stuff, they gonna be talking to the agents, but like, damn, don't you feel like if somebody that could even remotely relate to Saquon just sat down and tried to talk to the motherfucker? Hey, this what we got. This what we can do. We want you
and
here,
and then
but
hit
this
them
all
with,
we got.
but then hit them with, we're gonna let you taste the free agents market, but can we have your word that you come back and tell us what they offer so we can probably
No,
see if we can match it?
you
Like
see what
what?
Saquon said?
He said what?
Saquon was like, okay, they said all that, and then him and his agent never talked to the Giants. They never
I
even put
know.
an offer in. So they literally was just like,
I
all right,
wouldn't either. Why
why
would I
would you
want to go
mean?
back to? Why would I want to go back to a team that paid Daniel Jones $45 million or 40, whatever it was? It's
Oh
something
yeah.
outrageous.
but
Like,
it's like,
and that's the only argument
it's
Jordan Love got.
disrespectful, bro.
It's just
Yeah.
like Daniel Jones making 45 million. I think I did better one year than he did four
His whole
combined.
career.
Like
Yeah.
it's like so
Easily
my
probably.
starting easily he could be like, oh, I'm starting at 50, 55.
Let's see. Trevor, here we go. This is why. If I'm Jordan Love, I'm looking at Trevor Lawrence and say, I started for one full year and did more than Trevor Lawrence has ever done.
Probably that
And he
makes
making
sense.
55. So I
Other
need
than
56.
Well, yeah, because they both went to the divisional round. He beat he beat the Cowboys in the first round at home.
Mm-hmm.
He came back from 28 at home,
Mm-hmm.
and then they both lost to who
The
did they
teams that went to the Super
the
Bowl, they lost
the
to the
one
Niners
seeds.
and Trevor Lawrence
Yeah,
lost to the
the
Chiefs.
the ones
Yeah.
one seeds. Yeah, so makes sense.
And Joe Burrow. You could even put Joe Burrow in that. Hey, you made the Super Bowl one time, 4 years ago now, and you got 55 million and you basically miss half the season every other year. Like, yeah, give me that money too. Especially if you truly believe that I'm about to take off. It's better to pay him now than it would be
And
fucking
he want
a
money
year or
because he
two.
older too, and he's
Yeah,
isn't
he's
he like
25.
26?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's up there somewhere. Yes. So it's like I'm not gonna get as many paydays. Yeah, he's about to turn 26 in November.
Hmm.
So it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna get as many paydays as these other people that are first year as a CJ Stroud who's fucking what 22. Like, no, you have,
Yeah,
yeah. CJ Stroud turns 23 in October.
right.
Oh, yeah, we talk like, come on, man.
And he probably gonna get signed after this year.
Yeah, especially if he goes
And
crazy.
before that, especially before that market go crazy. So they're gonna try to lock that up
Hmm.
before, like kind of like what the Chiefs did. We're gonna lock him up now before, because we wait another year, we're gonna be paying him 75 million.
You better hurry up before
Mhm.
Dak gets 60. Because if Dak hits free agency, somebody like the Broncos or the fucking Raiders is going to pay him 60
Or
plus
know.
a
Yeah.
year to come. And it's just with the Jordan Love shit, I'm
Could you
just,
see Dak in
yes, it's going to happen.
LA
Which LA, I guess. The
Rams?
Rams, Stafford not going nowhere.
Shit. He might retire next year,
I was
this
gonna
year.
say you making a crazy take if you talking about if you talking about Herbert. Like, damn, we throwing Herbert away?
A straight up trade, Dak Herbert? No, I'm just playing.
Never. What?
I would
Oh,
do it. I'm just lying, but
I'll
that's
hang
too that
myself from the goddamn Coliseum wherever the fuck they play now.
uh,
If I played for them or if I was a fan of them, it's like, all right, we're trading Herbert for Dak. Any name but Mahomes in that situation, I feel some type of way. Like,
yeah. Either or. I mean, shit. They just probably let Dak walk the free agency, man. To be perfectly
that's
honest,
tough. That's tough. Like, just wasted all of that. You could have just traded him and got something.
I
Somebody would
mean,
have traded you
shit.
multiple first rounds for that.
Yeah, New
They did it
England
for
before
Trey
they
Lance.
New England could have traded their third pick, and then when they got Drake May with,
Oh, the
and
top
then
three. Okay, okay. But
yeah,
you third
of
round,
this.
like, damn.
No. That pick before the draft, they could have got their third pick in the
Yeah,
draft, and then another pick for next year, and maybe a second on top. I don't know, something, and then Dallas could have did whatever they wanted, paid Micah,
yeah.
paid in, then
It's weird that
probably went younger at quarterback
the salary cap went up like significantly, but it feels like we're having the most contract money problems that we've had in the past
because a lot of people was
5 years.
already in debt.
That's crazy.
That's why, even though the salary cap went up, don't mean people still wasn't owing luxury taxes and things like that.
That's wild. So what do you do? Do you pay him
Who?
Jordan Love, or do you just say no? You just hold out then. Don't play then. Fuck it.
Hmm.
Trade him. Hell nah. You gotta pay him. There's no other choice.
If he wants 56, I give him 56, but we ain't getting
Yeah.
no higher than 58.
If you
If
want,
anything, negotiations go as high as 58, but we gonna start at 56 to see if he take it.
oh God, that hurts. But I guess
Yeah, I
that's what
mean,
people making. Remember
but
when 30 was crazy? 30. Remember when they was like, should we pay Dak Prescott $28 million a year? That's
and
so much
everybody was
money.
right. Everybody was just like, "Whoa, 28 a year? That's
Dak's not worth
outrageous."
28 million a year. Now we talking about is Jordan Love worth almost 60? A man who played one good year.
Crazy to want Dak. Didn't Dak break the record with 28 million?
Something like that.
And look, another year from now, he's about to set it again. That's full. That's a you see that cycle.
It's wild, man. Let me see. Dak Prescott, 28 million. Nah, you can't even look up the contract. It's just people talking about his contract now.
They're gonna be like, "Well, you trying to talk about 8 years ago? We're not gonna do that."
Like, nah, it's too many articles, people trying to get their clicks off on this shit. What would that have been?
Because I think 'cause didn't
2019?
2019, but because then they paid him 28, and then Kirk came right behind him and made like 30. Because that's when Minnesota paid Kirk, right?
Yeah. Ain't no way, bro.
Because Kirk Cousins was getting paid. He was breaking NFL records for contracts every year, everywhere he went. That
2021. A
was 4 years.
4 year, 160 million. So it was 40 million.
That wasn't that one. He got signed. He was the 28 million was his first contract after his rookie. Like so, it would have been like 20.
No, that's it. Because Dak got drafted in fucking 2017.
4 years would be 2021, right?
Yeah, that's it.
So they gave him 40 million and 20 win.
2021.
And how much was
God
that
damn.
the highest?
The highest that he made in that no, oh well, you talking about then?
Yeah, like was that the highest contract then given?
I don't know. Let's see. Highest quarterback contracts 2021. Pat 45, Josh 43, Dak Prescott 40,
So
Deshaun
Dak
Watson
started it though.
39.
So I think that well no, you know who started Deshaun Watson. Remember he got
Yep.
traded. He got traded to Cleveland, and Cleveland gave him that 200 some $1 million guaranteed contract, and everybody's like, he done fucked up the market now.
That's
Cl-
crazy, bro.
That's why Dak was like, I want 40. Y'all gave 39 to somebody like that, man.
No, Pat was first. Pat was
Pat was first.
July 2020. So
So when
immediately
did
after the Super Bowl, they paid him 10 years, $450 million dollars
that's still a crazy contract. So
and
who when did this
273 guaranteed.
so when did Deshaun get traded then?
Right after that, let's see. Deshaun Watson trade, bam.
Because that was in the summer too.
March of 2022.
Maybe the timeline backwards then in my head.
Probably. Deshaun Watson signed in April of 2020. He signed for 4 years, 177 million.
So he
Pat's
was first, wasn't
signing,
he?
yeah, Pat's
Yeah.
signing bonus was double his guarantee. Like the signing bonus was double what this nigga whole contract was. God damn, bro. So
But it
Pat,
was smart. They gave him 10 years. You see why all these other quarterbacks, that's why these teams is in bonds. They giving their quarterbacks 4 years, 300, 4 years, 5 years. They gave Pat
mm,
10. They said, we'll give you
10.
10 for 500 or 10 for 450.
Remember when that sounded like what the fuck? They're gonna pay him $50 million at the end of the contract? Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
steal.
That's just
Yo, what is
like the
happening?
biggest thing. That's the biggest robbery probably in sports media mania or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
That's wild, man.
Yeah.
When did Josh Allen get his shit? Uh,
Oh, it wasn't that same year. He got his. I feel like he just got his, didn't he?
20 2021. Yep, 2021. 6 years, 258.
It's not bad.
But it's not even remotely close.
No, because you remember they was talking about because yeah, his is because how much is that? Like 50 something? That was Pat's
Yeah,
signing bonus.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I keep looking at. Is like, oh, it's not even this man's signing bonus was y'all whole contract. It was 250. Oh shit, 258. God damn, I can't type this shit. Oh, I can't type this shit. 258. How many zeros is that? 2 million. 25 million. Okay. I show like damn, this shit ain't got no commas. What the fuck? It's only
I mean,
43. It's
so
only
it's like
43
40. Yeah.
million. Yeah. Damn. So Pat set it off like all the way.
Yeah, but with more years. But Pat, the way Pat contract is structured is why everybody is what's different about it.
So
Like
Josh Allen, Dak, Deshaun Watson, Matt Ryan got a contract just under 40 in
yeah.
2021. Matthew Stafford, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins all ended up with 40, 40, 40, 57, 61 for the year, the next year. So it's like, yeah, that Pat set it off, bro. Pat set it off from the 30s to the 40s.
Yeah.
And then now it's from 40 to 50.
And it's
And it's
crazy how
it's still kind of on Pat's back.
and
That's crazy.
and everybody who want all this money, but yet everybody sitting there with Pat making 45 million. I want to make them up. Pat just like, yeah, I just want to keep winning Super Bowls.
Man. You know how many
Do y'all
endorsements
understand?
I'm getting?
And then he signed that deal a minute ago. So and then
2020.
so
Pay Jordan Love. It feels now after all of that, if Jordan Love is good for the next 5 years, it's worth it to pay him 60 million for the next 5 years if that's what quarterbacks go for. You know what I mean? We talking
right.
about 4 years ago, really 3 years ago if you think about it, because the 2020 season he gets paid after that, so it's 21, 22, 23, 24. It's only been 4 years of a 10-year extension.
Man, yeah, because he still had time
He
left
still
on his
had a
contract.
year left, I think, or 2 years.
No, he had two. Because he was still in his rookie contract.
He had a 12-year contract that was probably,
No, he had 3 years because they picked up that fifth year option too.
and that's what made it
And then they
500
extended,
million.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they extended it from the fifth year option. So we had him for
So he had
13 extra
50
years.
over 3 years, and then they just tacked on. Pay Jordan Love, because what's worst case scenario is he's okay, and 4 years from now, like, you just cut your losses or move on, and he's being paid what every other quarterback's being paid. Seems pretty easy to me. You know what I mean? Only
That shit's
problem
crazy.
is, pretty sure him and Joe Burrow are like the same age.
Uh,
Or
Not far
no, he's
fetched.
a year, he's 2 years younger. Even that is crazy. So then
He's
who?
2 years younger than who? Joe Burrow?
Yeah, how does that work? They were in the same. Oh, I guess. Damn, Joe Burrow was a 5th-year senior.
Hmm.
Damn,
Remember, he went to Ohio State.
that's right. Red shirt. Damn, he was a red shirt senior when he went to LSU. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was his only year at LSU, wasn't it?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think he was at LSU for Joe Burrow was there for 2 years, 2018, 2019. Yeah, that's crazy. He sat there for 3 years at Ohio State and didn't get no tick, and then just jumped out, and now he Joe Burrow. See, there's hope, everybody. Just keep grinding. Keep grinding away. There's always some hope in there somewhere. Yeah, right? Let's see. What else we got? Jump into Lamar. So, yeah. This Lamar's a great quarterback. He's one of the best quarterbacks of all time already. Okay, so that's yeah, yeah. That's it. That's the end of that side, right? I feel like that's enough praise. One of the greatest quarterbacks we've ever seen of all time, right? Whatever you want to put him, 20. He's somewhere probably between, if we're being realistic, he's somewhere between probably 15 and 25. Where you want to rank him in there? Because if you start going through the Super Bowl winning quarterbacks and start adding all that up, like he's not top 10 of all time, but he's fucking right there. Like, he could get there easily, but yeah, you got to do a lot. You got to play for a while and win another MVP. Like, you got to do a whole lot. You can't be 2-5 in the playoffs. But that's not why I wanted to bring it up. First of all, whoever, I forgot who it was, whatever Harbaugh coaches for the Ravens was like, we're trying to get him to be the greatest quarterback of all time. Did you see that clip going around? That gross, like, why would you even say that? That's weird. Mm-mm. Yep. Because nobody wants to say it. Did you see Jamar Chase today? I'm not saying his name. Whose name? Man, y'all know. You know how crazy that is? Hey, bro, tell me who's the best player in the NFL? Man, I'm not finna say his name. That's petty, bro. That's weird, bro. You know what I'm talking about. It's not even that. He did more than that. He was like, he's really good. He's great. I'm not gonna take that away from him. I ain't gonna hate, but like, I'm not saying his name. Joe Burrow. There you go. Like, bro, come on. So What are we doing? He's the best player in the NFL, and it's not even a remote. Like, you ask somebody who's the best player in the NFL, and people just Patrick Mahomes. Duh. Like, obviously. I would imagine. Well, no, there's going to be one. Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen's better. He's big, strong guy. Throws ball far. Okay, that's cool, bro. But the Lamar shit is crazy because the other part that I don't think a lot of people factor in here is that we just talked about Joe Burrow is 28 years old, right? Lamar Jackson 27, yeah, 27 years old. I think I've done this before and I'm gonna have to do it again. I apologize to people that are just infatuated with Lamar Jackson, but Cam Newton, this would have been Cam Newton's 13th year in the league. He'd been out of the league for 4 years. He didn't make it 10 years in the league. We're talking about a dude who won the MVP his fourth year in the league, right? Took his team to the Super Bowl and was washed up within the next 4 years. I don't think that's going to happen with Lamar, but also we can't, Brady being Brady and Peyton Manning playing until he was 40 basically, I think it has a lot of people, and Brett Favre even back in the day, even 10 years ago, I think has people a little like twisted up about the idea of how long quarterbacks' careers really go. Because I would if we just stay, let's just say we stay on this same path for the next 5 years, right? Patrick Mahomes ends up with 6 Super Bowls, being in 8 of 9, you know what I mean? 9 out of the 10. And then we look back and go, okay, hey, Lamar 32. Joe Burrow's 33. Josh Allen's 34. And Patrick Mahomes is whatever he is in there. He's also 32, but he has 6 Super Bowl rings. Are we gonna, like, at what point are we gonna look at Lamar and be like, because the reason I looked at this is because somebody said the way everything is today, Lamar could play for 15 more years. And I stopped and went, why? Why can Lamar just magically play for at least another 15 years? That'd make him 42 years old. How? We or any quarterback, like, no. This is the crazy part, is that this is why somebody like Lamar is already up there in the top 15, top 20 quarterbacks of all time versus a Joe Burrow not being, Josh Allen not being, is because if you really think about it, Vic career was 5 years. Like, the thing we think about Michael Vick, right? The video game, the human joystick, that shit was 4 or 5 seasons. Like, we are already almost doubled up on Lamar Jackson seasons versus Vic seasons. But no. But I agree with you. But I only say that to say, like, what makes people think that that Herbert, Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, shit, even Mahomes. I have resigned myself to the thoughts recently, not even recently, the past 2-3 years, of enjoy it while it's here, because this might be a quick shoot to the top and drop off. We might get 10, 12 years and he might call it a day. You know what I mean? That's what I've thought, but it's like we might legitimately just exactly, like, we literally might see him just dip out. Hey, I'm 35, I'm done, and just be, yeah. And I just, who is, and that's the thing, I think, is that maybe somebody here will hold on past Mahomes and get that bump. I don't think Lamar is going to play till he's 42 years old. You know what I mean? Pretty sure him and Pat are a year difference. So Pat turns 29, so they're 2 years difference. Like really a year and a half difference. September, yeah. So do I think that Lamar could outlast Mahomes to the point that it changes both of their legacies where we look at no. It's not even if he gets yeah. But I don't get what is people's why are people so overly infatuated with specifically the other three, Lamar, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, where we just put these things on them where it's like quarterbacks can play till 45. No, no, no. One quarterback played till 45. Another quarterback, Peyton Manning, played till he was 40. Brett Favre is the only other one. He played till he was 42 and he was trash the last 2 years. Rodgers been washed up for 2 years. Bro, think about that shit. Rodgers is 40. He's 40 years old. He he got drafted in '05, so he was 25 coming in the league. He played 15 years. If Lamar played 15 years, his career would be over at age because what he got drafted 18. So 30 that's what I'm saying. We talking about we're halfway through his career. 15 years. You know, like, and that's where it just gets ridiculous to me to be like, Lamar could play another 15 years. Good point. It's crazy to me. Like, I don't, I think we're starting to see it now. We're seeing the rise of the younger quarterbacks coming up and making these instant impacts and stuff. And I think we need a little bit more of that. I think we need the old guys to go home here and there. Like, I don't want to see Pat at 40. If he's Rodgers at 40, it's cool, bro. Pack it up. You did what you did. Like, it's over with. Like, Ben Roethlisberger, 40. He was washed for 3 years. Just, yeah, just holding on. Like, and then we get behind, like we have been for the past 3-4 years now, where everything gets slowed down and behind. So then we have quarterbacks that never got an opportunity, right? And we just don't know, like their whole careers are just gone because, hey, instead of developing this young guy we took in the second round, we're going to bring in a guy who's 39 years old and been washed up for 4 years because he used to have juice in 2007. You know what I mean? Like, it, yeah, it's weird. Hold on, let's jump back into the Zoom real quick, and then so we can do the what's the name, and we'll finish this up real quick. Yeah, that shit is it's just annoying. Like it's crazy, and I understand people don't want to talk about somebody who's beating their ass, beating their favorite team's ass, makes them is constantly, consistently making them wrong or look stupid on television or their podcast or whatever. You don't want to talk about, hey, this guy keeps kicking our ass and he might just kick our ass for the foreseeable future. Like nobody wants to
Right.
talk. You don't want to say that. So
You-
we have to create these narratives. Lamar could play till he's 50. He could play till he's 45. Somebody, I think it might have been Colin Cowherd I was listening to, but like compared him to LeBron through the athleticism and that would give him time to learn the like
LeBron's not getting hit by 300-pound dudes.
LeBron also can't jump, run, play defense like he did 5 years ago, let
Exactly.
alone 10, 15 years ago. Like
LeBron could carry a
LeBron,
team.
LeBron
LeBron
was at
now
his
is not doing
peak.
that.
No, and that's the thing is like, okay, so you're gonna build around a 37-year-old Lamar Jackson. Did that even sound right? No, we
It's
don't
hard to build
know.
around him now.
These guys that we
like
keep talking about, even Pat, I will even throw Pat in there because you have to, could be washed up 2, 3, 4 years from now when they 32, 33, 34. They could be washed up. All of them could be washed up. And CJ Stroud could be running the league. You know what I mean?
right.
Like, I just don't understand why people just flippantly throw those things out there of like, these guys are going to be around for the next 15, 20, like, you know what I mean? 15 more years. Could you imagine 10 years from now, we still talking about who's better, Pat, Lamar, Joe Burrow, or Josh Allen? Because they're all still playing and they're all still the top end quarterbacks. That don't even sound right.
Well, it sound
All of
like
them
it's
can't be that.
it sound like the mid 2000s with Ben, Manning, Rivers, Brady.
Hell nah. Because you had a
When they
bunch of
all
people that kept coming in, popping up. You had random people popping in and being the
Yeah,
best
but
for
I'm
a
just saying that
while.
the core four, like this, those the four people want to talk about.
Nah.
Those are the four top quarterbacks everybody talked about back
To
then.
me,
Chargers,
to me,
Colts,
realistically, it
Patriots,
was two.
Steelers.
It's Peyton, three, I guess. Peyton, Brady, Rodgers were like the main staples of that era for
I don't know
me.
because Big Ben came in. And Big Ben was talked about. Like the
Yeah, but
Steelers and that.
Big Ben won his one championship in the very beginning, and then he
Then he won
won a
again.
second championship, and then he
But
played for 13 more years. Like that's what I mean with this shit is
that's what I'm
like
saying. But the
that was
Steelers was always.
2009.
But the Steelers never had a losing record, which means they always was talked about.
They was always they was always not bad. I'll agree.
Yeah, right,
That's
right.
yeah, like that's fair. But
Yeah.
how? But the exact. Okay, so we keep talking about Lamar. What if Lamar just does
But
a player specific version of Ben Roethlisberger, where it's like, okay, you had all this success up front, and then the whole rest of your career, the
right,
majority of Ben Roethlisberger's career was mid.
it
That's the
was.
thing.
It sounded like in majority it was stat pad. No, I'm just
Nah, not stat pad. I wouldn't go
no,
that far, but it was
no, I'm just.
mid. You didn't do
But
really any winning outside of that first 4 or 5 year window because it was 2004, and then by
but
2009 they
okay,
won the second one, and then they kind of just everything just has
okay.
fizzled out for the past.
But
It's
can we really?
13 years. But that's what I wanted to point out is think about that. From 2009 to 2022, whenever Roethlisberger retired, that is a
I,
long time where he just didn't do anything.
I
Same
just
with
want to
Phillip
address that.
Rivers.
I just want to address the elephant in the room
Yeah.
because it's still irking my nerves. What the hell does Lamar Jackson do good as a quarterback to last 15 years in the NFL? He's not going to be 4-3 Lamar his whole life.
No.
We need to figure this out. Like, because it's just like,
Throw it over the
because ain't no.
middle.
So, but are we going to talk about his passing abilities? Is because once his athletic ability goes, he's going to have to stand in that pocket and do something, right?
Yeah.
It's the main thing we've been saying Lamar struggles at the most. I
Yeah.
don't I don't understand how he's gonna last 15 years just being a pocket quarterback or just sitting in the pocket, moving slightly and getting out whenever he needs to get out. Like
Bruh.
not using it as using it as like I know I can run as fast as anybody out here and I
And
can go to it
even, you know,
anytime.
it's crazy. I'm glad you said this too, because yeah, like what even okay, let's give him the Joe Burrow, like the skill that crosses over with him with age is his processing of the game and his accuracy. Okay, cool. Somebody like Joe Burrow, is Joe Burrow going to have two full legs 10 years from now? You know what I mean? Like,
No.
how do we know Joe Burrow won't be a fucking amputee from just breaking his ligaments
Yeah,
over and over
yeah,
again?
but process okay,
Even
but
Lamar, throw Lamar in
is
that. How do we know
processing
Lamar's body will even hold up, let alone not having 4.3 speed? How do we know he won't just be so hurt that he can't last?
but the thing
Same
about
with
it is learning how to process a defense, you should be learning that now. Like we're not gonna
you
wait
should
till you
know that
can't run
now.
no you we're not gonna wait till you can't run no more to be like, oh, now he's learning
Now
how to
you need to
read
learn.
defenses.
Now
Like it's
you need
like
to learn
no
how to recover three, bro.
like
Now that
we
you're
can't do this. Like
34. But
and like
but that's my point, bro. Like we just keep because we have this ridiculous, outlandish person. right in front of us, Patrick Mahomes, like this created character that walked in the game and I put up 50 and 5,000 and then won 4 out of 5 Super Bowls, you know what I mean? Like, or went to 4 out of 5 Super Bowls, like won three, went to five, or went to 4 out of 5. Like, because we have this fake seeming super like exaggerated character, we keep trying to put that on everybody else. We keep trying to put that on Lamar, put that on Josh Allen, put that on Joe Burrow. But what if like they're just like what normal great quarterbacks have been? Hey, you're going to be really good till you're about 34, 35. And then you got to figure out a different way to be great.
Right.
And even then, that different way to be great might only garner you a year or two, a la Drew Brees, a la
Right.
Rodgers right now, right?
Matt
Like
Ryan.
Matt Ryan, where it's just like, okay, you have a skill that transferred into being 34, 35 plus, but it's not enough to keep you in the league
Right.
when there's somebody like Jordan Love literally like falling down on one leg and throwing some shit 50 yards. CJ Stroud, who can just who's 22, you know what I mean? Just throwing
Well, those
crazy.
quarterbacks realize my thing as a quarterback, now that D linemen and linebackers are getting extra fast, if you can't escape the pocket when you're in trouble, you probably need to retire. And that's when all those quarterbacks retired. Drew Brees, he was getting hit out of it. Matt Ryan getting hit. Ben Roethlisberger was taking a punishment. Eli taking a punishment, throwing pick. Like they realized, well, shit, these niggas is fast, and I can't get away from them as fast as I used to. Like,
Yeah, and that's what
yeah,
makes me
got to
think
get
like
out of here.
what makes these guys think that they could last much longer? Look
Even
at Matt
Brady,
Stafford. Matt Stafford is the perfect person right now that
Matt
we have in
Stafford, a
front of us.
dog, though. That man
How
be
old
still
is Matt?
learning his shit.
Okay,
I don't even know
how
how he
old do you
still
think
do it.
how old do you think Matt Stafford is?
Uh 34, 35, 36, somewhere in that range.
He's 36.
Yeah.
Would you say that he's a little washed up compared to what he used to be?
Yes. But he's
Yeah.
also injury prone compared to where he used to be. Like this man
Okay,
that took a beat.
that adds on to it as well because then you got to think about it. He's 36. To make it to where Manny did, he's got
That's
to
why I
play
said
5 more years. To make it
that's
to where Brady did, he has to play 10 more
and you
years.
just helping my Dak to LA Rams argument.
Dak, one of them people, like, I don't know how Dak would do
Dak to
that
the
shit
LA
either.
Rams argument just brought back up. He's
No,
36. This
because
might
these
be his
guys are gonna
ring.
be because we're going. I have a bad feeling that this generation we in is gonna hold on to their quarterbacks way too long. Like we're gonna
Oh
hold on to
shit.
these guys
Wouldn't
way
you
too
hey,
long.
wouldn't you hold on to something you paid 60 million for?
I guess, but I don't have to keep. As soon as that contract is up and he old and washed up, I don't got to keep paying him
But the issue is half these quarterbacks, the way they signed their contracts, they won't be
five,
old and
six
washed ups.
years.
That's why I'm saying y'all gonna have to pay these dudes again. That's why
Yeah,
the Chiefs paid him 10 years.
but I don't think.
Y'all giving them five.
I think we're gonna see like Jalen Hurts, right? Somebody like Jalen Hurts. He 25. He just signed a 5 year extension for 250, whatever it was, right? It's 5 years, 250, somewhere around there. He
Yeah.
getting 50 million for the next 5 years. Tua, another one. Trevor Lawrence, you can throw him in there. Brock Purdy at some point. Daniel Jones, right now. We're gonna start seeing this shit. Hey, you getting
Daniel
that
Jones,
but I'm hold on. You're
but
getting that contract at 24, 25, or 23 for some people. But you might not get another one.
exactly.
When you 30, 31, and now we got to look at you and go, are we willing to pay this man 70 million a year?
They're gonna be
And he
journeymen.
been okay. I wonder if the NFL at some point, because of if this is realistic and people keep trying to hold on to these guys at 31, 32, 33, if we're gonna see some shit where it's like college football. Hey, I'm gonna sign a 2 year deal over here, and then I'm gonna sign a 2 year deal over here. Then I'm gonna sign a 1 year deal over
Yeah, that's
here
what I'm
when
saying.
I'm
That's what those those
34.
those quarterbacks you're naming are going to be those type of quarterbacks. Daniel Jones, this is his last big contract. That 40, 45, whatever he got. He's going to be a journeyman, maybe a
He might be
backup,
out the
depending on
league,
where. Yeah, well, he
honestly.
got he got enough money too. He don't probably care. Like
Yeah, that's right.
he probably he do not care. But then Tua is probably gonna be somewhere like that, like traveling 2 years here, veteran man here, 2 years, like a bridge quarterback.
That's crazy.
He's
But
gonna
that's
be
what's
like a
like. how many we can't like let's just go through right now real fast and then we'll go over to looking through the stuff, the divisions.
Yeah, divisions.
Let's just start listing quarterbacks that we think are going to last the next 10 years, right? So Mahomes, can we say
Yeah,
Mahomes?
Holmes.
You know what? Let's say five.
10 is
Well,
crazy.
10 is crazy. Let's say 5 to 7 range, right? Because that puts
Okay,
Pat at like the 34, 35
so
area.
Mahomes,
Mahomes, Josh
Allen,
Allen, Lamar,
Lamar. I
Joe
don't
Burrow,
Burrow. Maybe 7 is strong with his injuries. He get hit one more
yeah,
time. I don't know.
Herbert,
Herbert,
uh,
CJ, Jordan
CJ,
Love.
Jordan Love. Oh, let me see. Probably
Golf is out.
I'd put Purdy in there. Like, could he be a
Yeah,
starter for 5 more years?
yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
That puts us at
Purdy,
8.
Anthony Richardson.
I don't know yet. I don't know yet. That one is a little sketchy.
Okay. What about Caleb Williams?
Caleb Williams, most likely.
Michael Penix. He's gonna be in the league. He's gonna get a shot
Jalen
after
Hurts. Throw Jalen Hurts in there.
7 years. I don't know. He's what
5 to 7.
5 to
I mean, his
7. Yeah,
contract is still 5 more
yeah.
years.
So I say yeah.
Hold on. So
I
that
don't even think. What do you
we're
think,
we're at
Kyler?
right probably. So right now, because he's what, 26, 25. He'll only
Yeah.
be 35. Like, that's what I mean is like,
So
how
well, it's
many
easy to do
people
this.
can we hold on to
The
for this
only, the
long?
only, the only people that I'm thinking that's not that starters on teams. You got Kirk Cousins, you got Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield, Russell
You know what?
Wilson.
This goes back to our other conversation we had like the middle of last year. There's so many young quarterbacks, and
Yeah.
they're all getting paid top end quarterback money. How is half the league can't be great quarterbacks? That we just named 14 people, 14 quarterbacks that are like top
Hey,
tier. We could see them
if it's
starting for
your
the next
guy, it's your
5 to 7 years.
if it's your guy, it's your guy.
So then, okay,
Why?
what about Stafford? Could Stafford play till he's 41? Because that's 5 more
No,
years.
no,
Why not?
no.
But this
Stafford's not playing 5 more years, bro.
Bryce Young,
I'm telling you,
no,
I don't know.
he'll
Bryce
probably
Young be a backup somewhere.
about Zach Wilson. What? Um.
He gonna be forgot about next year. Like Zach Wilson, Justin Fields.
Okay, what about like Will Levis? If Will Levis is a sturdy starting quarterback, could he start for? And now we're at 15. Like, but
Yeah,
that's what I
because
mean. Is like
and then what's crazy is don't let Will Levis make the playoffs this year. Because then we talk
exactly.
about Will Levis having to get a contract, and
But we
ain't
talking
nobody see
about
that coming.
fifth. Okay, then what if Anthony Richardson is decent?
Exactly.
Now we at 16. Half the league can't be great quarterbacks that we're gonna pay top end money. If that's the case, then every quarterback, there just needs to be a set salary for
Right.
every quarterback. Because now
Right.
we're
This
just
is what
saying
quarter.
any quarterback is great and they all can last till they mid 30s.
Or
For
we just saying, or we just I don't even
no,
know what it is.
this is crazy. Like,
But
we're
that
gonna
because
hit
it's
a
just a
bubble.
play. It's a players' league. You either hold out, find another quarterback, or pay them. I mean, I just don't.
Like, we're gonna turn around. I feel like in that 5 to 7 year range, we're gonna get halfway through and look up and be like, damn, the Eagles still paying Jalen Hurts and he ain't played in 3 years. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They drafted a dude in the third round. Now he the starter because Jalen Hurts got hurt one year. And now this dude's balling, and Jalen Hurts came back kind of trash, and now he on the bench. Because how
It's kind of
long?
like what they did with Flacco.
Even yeah. Back in the day, I just don't remember there being half the league has a team where the fan base, and everybody involved in the fucking team is like, yeah, this guy is our quarterback for the next 10 years or 15 years because everybody can play till they 40. So there's somebody like Kyler, you
Nah,
looking
other
at
than
Kyler
like
like, could he play for 12 more
nah.
years?
Other
Sure.
than other than the main teams was getting rid of quarterbacks like that. The Chiefs. How long was we going through quarterbacks before we got to Pat? How about the
Well, you
Browns?
count Alex Smith, so then you had a sturdy starter for 5 years.
Right, but I'm just saying. Okay, so before Alex. We
Before
was going
Alex,
through
it
quarterback like
was 2006 to 2012. So 6 years,
right. Well, I mean the Browns. Look at
six,
them.
7 years. I mean, the Browns was different. That shit was bad. But okay, Kyler Murray's 27. So if Kyler Murray, that's what I mean. Like it just sounds ridiculous. Even saying Kyler Murray,
Five,
and
but
not even
Kyler,
40. Let's say Kyler Murray can play till he's 35 years old. That's nine
I
fucking more years.
I think he won't play that long.
We are not going to have 16 starting quarterbacks that play till they mid 30s. What
I
is
think a lot of
happening?
I think a lot of these teams are going, pay my quarterback now that 5 year contract, see how it turns out. Probably won't pay him again. Let him test the free agency. If he tests it, go somewhere else, get a bridge quarterback, draft a quarterback. You gotta
That's
I mean,
crazy.
so it's gonna be a lot of like turning around. The next 5 years from now, it's gonna be a crazy free agent
So you
market.
think
Five
so
to
you
six
you
years.
think we're gonna see a lot of like Carson Wentz? Hey, okay, rookie year, really good. Second year, awesome. Third year, MVP candidate, takes his team, leads a Super Bowl losing team through most of the regular season, and
Right.
then whole career is over.
No, they won that Super Bowl. That's the one
Oh, that's right.
Nick
You're
Nick
right. Yeah, Nick
Foles.
Foles won it. You're right. So he leads that team most of the season to their record. They go to the playoffs, win without him, and just dump him off. And his career is just over. Just been over since
Yeah.
2018.
He never came back like mentally from that knee injury
No,
either
you want
though.
you know what's crazy? They won the Super Bowl 29 a year later, 2019, they paid him. And this is what I mean, bro.
And
They
then
paid
then he
him.
sucked and Nick Foles came back.
I just want you to think about the fact that how long it feels like Carson Wentz has essentially just been out of the league. His contract his big contract that he signed with the Eagles just expired last year. Just expired last offseason. It was a 4-year extension for 128 million. Actually, it just ended this offseason. That's why we signed him.
Exactly.
But that's what I mean is like how many of these people
Well,
are we going to
no, he
look
wasn't.
at?
Carson Wentz. I thought he played for the
He did.
Colts.
I'm talking about that contract he signed
Uh,
though just ran out. But think about how long it feels like Carson Wentz has just been nothing to the NFL. And that's what I
right.
mean is like we paying like we're gonna have fucking half the league making 50 plus million, and we're supposed to look at 15 quarterbacks and be like, these guys are good and under 30.
But you know how it
Most
is. A
all
lot of
but
these players ain't
maybe
gonna be.
three or maybe four or five last past they early to mid 30s. Maybe. Because like we just said, it's like, okay, you're talking about Roethlisberger, Phillip Rivers, Drew Brees, I'm not even counting Matt Ryan because I think Matt Ryan's like 36 right now. I think he's the same age as Matt Stafford, I'm pretty sure.
He
So
retired though, didn't he?
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like you would have thought Matt Ryan's 40. Okay, so I'll give him that. Well, he's 39. He's been retired for 2 years. He was retired this whole past year.
Yeah.
So he was at 38, and that's what I'm saying. So you talking about Matt Stafford? We don't know. He ain't made there. He's in his mid 30s right now. So then Brady, Breeze, Favre, Manning, Roethlisberger, Phillip Rivers, Aaron Rodgers.
You got Russell Wilson. How old is he?
We doing
35, right?
Yeah. So he hasn't crossed that yet. Like Russell Wilson. And even if you
He
do Russell Wilson, if you think about it, right there, he turns 36 in November. If you think about it, the past 2 years, his 35-year-old years,
right.
he's been
And,
washed up. Yeah.
you're right.
Like,
But people still paying him because of his name.
yeah. And it's crazy to think. So 2 years ago, 2022, if you were to rewind back 5, 6, 7 years to when he was 26, 27, you would have still called him a young quarterback. I think what we're kind of what we're getting to a little bit, maybe for me having this conversation, is like the backwards version of the NBA peak, where people are like, oh, Michael Jordan peaked at 27, so all basketball players peak at 27, 28. It's like, well, no, actually, in reality, most NBA players are starting to be washed up at 28. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like most of them, 28, 29 is rough, you know? Like they don't just
Hmm.
hit this pinnacle and be amazing. Like most people kind of fizzle out going into their 30s. For quarterbacks, it's the opposite. Hey, when you cross 33, most of y'all gonna start to fizzle out and be fucking gone. And that's the thing, is like we're gonna get to the point 5 years from now. Use Jalen Hurts because I keep using him because he's 25, 26. 5 years from now, when he turns 30 and he's still pretty good, and you pay him that contract, is he gonna hold up another 4 years, another 5 years? I would imagine, even when I look at Pat and I go, it's tough. I just don't see it. Brady has brainwashed us into thinking anybody can fucking eat
That's when
avocado
you
ice
do.
cream and all that shit and do
That's when you
Pilates
do
and shit.
2 year contracts and draft a young guy.
Yeah. How many you want? And this is the crazy. This sounds fucking silly, right? But like Tom Brady was eating avocado ice cream, bro. Like shit like that. Like doing band work only, no weights, doing like Pilates and yoga and all this shit and taking his body extremely seriously. Pat is out here chugging beers at a concert.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like he's out here eating pizza and
These
hamburgers.
these
He's a
kids
regular
different,
dude. How
right?
many of these quarterbacks are out here vaping, smoking weed, getting fucked up, hanging out, just being regular niggas? You know what I mean? Just
Right.
I
That
just
would
be kicking it, just doing the
kick
same shit everybody else do.
being a millionaire. That's an athlete and shit. That's what they
Like
being
how
like.
many are
So
doing that and they not gonna hold up past 30, let
I don't think
alone.
they care. They're making $60 million a year. They
But I'm
don't
talking about,
care.
what about teams? Like, why do people hold on to that shit so much? Maybe because we have a fucked up perspective because we just watched somebody go to 4 out of 5 Super Bowls and win 3 of them. But I would imagine, even when I look at Pat, I think the same thing of like, I don't see how he can hold on to 40 plus years old.
No, he's not playing till he's 40.
No, as many times I've seen him just get fucking smashed, just fall crazy, like all that type of shit. Be just being built bad. Just that simple, being built badly. And even being too fucking muscular is not good. You know what I mean? Like for that position.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird, man. We might have to, hey, you know what? We're just gonna mush the divisions into, we're gonna do 4 fucking, you know what I thought about? Actually, I'll just say it here. We'll do this. I think what we're gonna do, instead of going team by team through the whole roster, I think what we're gonna start doing is making one of those little tier lists, and we'll go through each division, and we'll just move the teams around on the board every week, and just like, all right, well, these are C D list teams, and we'll just make a whole. We'll just add to it every week going up to the season because it's already
Bet,
8 o'clock. Fuck, but
man,
I said there's gonna be a short pod. It's not really a short pod. It's regular
hour and a
regular
half
length again. But yeah, that was it. Got off on a tangent there. Whoops. Coming up
happens,
soon for the next month, you're gonna get a lot of more in depth stuff. Some point
man.
we'll do over unders, do fucking like all type of shit. Going through team schedules, we'll do it's the whole thing is coming up. I'm
The
about
whole
to
shebang.
go back, look at the backlog of what I was doing when I first started, and see a little roadmap. But it's coming. Football's here
Football, yeah.
next weekend. NFL teams will put pads on. Not even next weekend. A week from tomorrow, from today, when this pod drops, a week from now, there will be NFL players that earn a salary with real pads and cleats on, actually hitting each other.
Man.
Football's back, man. And I hope you guys
Hmm.
enjoyed that episode. We out.
Peace.